Today we'll discuss about the electromagnetic induction. Okay, as the name explains that it is electromagnetic induction. Okay, till now we studied in electrostatics, we studied about electricity which are at rest, that is electric charges which are at rest. In the current electricity, we discussed about whenever the charged particles are in motion. And then next we studied about the moving charges, magnetism, matter. In both these chapters, we studied about the magnetic field. Now, in this chapter and in the next chapter, that is alternating current, we'll study both electric field and magnetic field. That is combination of the both. Okay. The electromagnetic induction, it is defined it as whenever we are having the two conductors, okay, which are placed near to each other, how and why, how and why electric field and magnetic field will be induced. Okay, how the electric field and magnetic field will be induced and why the electric field and magnetic field will be induced within the given conductor. Okay, okay. How means that is the answer. It is that how it is induced. We are having a phenomena. Okay, that is explained by the initially it is explained by the Faraday's law. Okay, and then it is gave the modification is gave by Lenz law. Okay, in this Lenz law we are going to find the induced current, and induced EMF. Okay, with respect to the induced EMF, we'll get induced magnetic field. Induced magnetic field. So everywhere it is induction. Okay, induction. That is, induction is a process or phenomena of obtaining charges from the other conductor. From the other conductor can be called as induction. Induction means the process of obtaining either charges or current or magnetic field or EMF from the other conductor can be called as induction. Can be called as induction. Okay. Okay, fine. Suppose I'm having the two conductors. Suppose one is circular coil and another one is a bar magnet. Another one is a bar magnet. Whenever these two are placed near to each other, such that both are at rest. Okay. In this coil, we are having an current I is passing through it. Okay. Such that there will be magnetic field will be produced. Okay, and the magnetic field is acting. Okay, the magnetic field is acting outwards, right? Okay, whenever the magnetic field is acting outwards, okay, there will be an some of the magnetic field from the bar magnet will be induced to the coil, induced to the coil. Now, with respect to the induction, okay, here we are having the two parameters, that is magnetic field lines, which we are calling phi, or we can call them magnetic flux. Magnetic flux. Here you can see in the circular coil, whenever the current is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, magnetic field will flows in the outwards, will flow outwards. So I can draw the magnetic field lines like this. Like this, we'll have the magnetic field lines. Okay. Even in the bar magnet also, we are having like this. We are having like this. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here it is depends upon the number of magnetic field lines or magnetic flux. Okay, will have the induced EMF or induced current. Okay, suppose let us consider in the circular coil I'm having 10 magnetic field lines are there, and here I'm having 8 magnetic field lines are there. Okay, now what we expect it is due to the induction, then magnetic flux in the circular coil will be increases. Magnetic flux in the circular coil will be increases. Okay, now what Faraday explained that it is due to the process of induction. Okay, each conductor circular coil will receive an induced magnetic field. Okay, and bar magnet will also receive, such that the total charge remains constant. The total charge remains constant. Okay, now the magnetic flux, it is defined as similar to the electric flux. Magnetic flux, it is indicated with phi. That is equal to B bar dot A bar. Okay, where B is the magnetic field, or we can say magnetic induction, and A is the area of the coil. And A is the area of the coil. Okay, suppose let us consider phi is equal to BA cos theta. If B bar and A bar are along the same direction, then what will be the value of phi? If B bar and A bar are along the same direction, then what will be the value of phi?
BA 0.
Okay, if B bar and A bar are along the same direction, what will be the value of theta? Theta value,
0.
how much it will be?
1.
Theta will become 0. Theta equal to 0. That means B bar and A bar are along same direction. Okay, so I can write it as phi is equal to BA. Okay, I can write as plus BA. When theta equal to 180 degrees, that is when B bar and A bar are are in opposite direction, then I can write phi is equal to
BA.
minus BA. Right? Can I write? Raija? Okay. Now see here, with respect to these values, phi equal to plus BA and minus BA. Phi equal to plus BA, I can say that flux is increasing. Phi equal to minus BA, I can say that flux is decreasing. Okay, flux is decreasing. Now, whenever the flux increases, in this case, whenever the flux increases, there will be an less probability of inducing the charges into the other conductor. Okay, that is whenever the flux is increasing, in this case, what will happen? The circular coil already it is having a magnetic field. This will repels the magnetic field from the magnet. So that's why the induced charges or induced EMF will repels the rate of change of magnetic flux. So that's what the Faraday explained. Faraday explained that it is the induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux with respect to time. time. So induced EMF, it is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux. That is, we can write it as, I can write it as E is equal to d phi by dt. E is equal to d phi by dt. According to the Faraday's law, he explained that the magnitude of induced EMF is given as d phi by dt, where phi is the magnetic flux. So here I can write it as E is equal to d by dt of B bar dot A bar. Now Faraday gave the expression or magnitude of the induced EMF, but he didn't explain any direction. He didn't explain any direction of induced EMF, right? Okay, in which direction it is induced current or induced charges will be there. He didn't explain it. Okay, the direction of induced EMF or induced current will be explained by the Lenz law. Is given by Lenz. Okay, the magnitude of induced EMF is given by the Faraday. Here he gave only magnitude only. Okay, initially Lenz considered that it is the direction of induced EMF is opposite to the rate of change of magnetic flux. Rate of change of magnetic flux. That is, according to the Lenz law, he explained that the direction of induced EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt. d phi by dt. You can see whenever any conductor is coming to the another conductor, what will happen? The conductor, each conductor or conductor 1 repels the another conductor. Okay, repels the another conductor. Due to that, magnetic flux, okay, here it is, phi will be increases. As phi increases, induced EMF will be decreases. Suppose whenever the flux decreases, that is, flux decreases means that is nothing but magnetic field and area. If the magnetic field lines are moving opposite in direction, then we can say that flux will be decreases. Okay. When flux decreases, what will happen? That is, induced EMF will be increases. That is, suppose I am having a circular coil and here I am having a magnet. That is, with the south pole is moving towards the coil. Okay. Suppose here I am having an anti-clockwise direction. Current I. Okay. That means already in the coil we are having a magnetic field. Okay. In addition to that, if a magnet is coming towards the coil, then what will happen? This coil will repels the motion of the magnet. Okay. That means this magnet will move away from the coil. As whenever it is repelled, what will happen? The magnetic flux, or there will be less chances of inducing the charges or inducing the current. Okay, you can see whenever we went to the market also. Suppose if I want to buy vegetables, okay, in the market. Suppose if I went to one shopkeeper, okay, he will tell so and so rate, okay. Whenever I am bargaining or whenever I am talking, he will try to refuse the rate. He will try to refuse the rate. But whenever once if I leave that place or that location, okay, while if I am going, that shopkeeper will call and will say, sir, please tell your rate, how much you will give. Right? Anytime observe. Anytime observe. Observe చేశారా ఎప్పుడైనా?
Yes, sir.
That means like that, whenever the magnet is moving towards the coil, okay, the coil will repels the magnet. But whenever the magnet is moving away, then coil will attract the magnet. Coil will attract the magnet. Whenever coil attracts the magnet, there will be more chances of inducing the charges. Okay. Whenever coil repels the magnet, there will be less chances of inducing the EMF or current. Okay. So whenever the coil is repels the induced EMF, I can say that E will be decreases. Okay, because magnetic flux will be decreases. Sorry, magnetic flux increases, E will be decreases. That means I can write as phi greater than 0, E less than 0. As phi less than 0, E will be greater than 0. As magnetic flux decreases, what will happen? Induced EMF. Okay, induced EMF will be increases. Okay, fine. That is number one. And number two, it is that, okay, and number two, it is that we are having that it is after induced EMF. Here, generally, suppose in a bar magnet, we are having the North Pole and South Pole. Correspondingly, I know the direction of the magnetic field. I know the direction of the magnetic field. Now, here it is how the magnetic field will be induced, or what will be the direction. Okay. Suppose if I'm having another straight wire, having a current I. Okay. So around this one, we are having a magnetic field. Okay, which are coaxial. Okay, which are coaxial. Okay. Now here it is that I want to see the in which direction the induced magnetic field will act in the magnet. In the magnet. Induced magnetic field, here it is due to the wire, finite wire and magnet are placed. Okay. What will happen? This magnet, we are talking with respect to magnet. Okay. Please understand. With respect to magnet. This magnet will repels the wire. This magnet will repels the wire. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here it is, whenever it repels, it is that, okay, whenever it repels, okay, we are having that it is whenever it repels, the distance between the wire and the magnet will be increases. Okay, the distance between the wire and the magnet will be increases. Okay. Now, as the distance increases, what will happen? There will be less chances of magnetic field lines will flows to the magnet. Okay. As there are less chances, that is magnetic flux will be less. That is phi will be less than 0. So E will be greater than 0. Okay. We are having a magnet like this. This is the north pole, this is south pole. Okay, somewhere here after repulsion, okay, after repulsion, suppose it came to here. Okay, here I'm having the current I. Here I'm having the current I. Suppose this distance is increased. Okay, as this distance is increased, okay, what will happen? The magnetic flux, okay, will be decreases. The magnetic flux of the magnet will be decreases. So as magnetic flux decreases, what will happens? It is as phi is less than 0, there will be more induced EMF. There will be more induced EMF will be present. Okay, more induced EMF will be present. Okay, okay, fine. Now, once open your notebook. Okay, once open your notebook. Open chesara. All of you open the notebook. Okay, write down it as, keep the side heading, main heading as electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. Keep the heading. Don't write anything. I will tell you. I will dictate. Don't write anything. Okay, fine. Next one, it is that as the flux decreases or flux increases, we are saying that induced EMF. Suppose as flux decreases, phi is less than 0. Okay, we are saying that induced EMF is greater than 0. Okay, now as the flux decreases, means that in the magnet, okay, suppose this is the north pole, this is the south pole, and here it is the wire, and here it is the wire. Wire is moving towards the magnet, then magnet will repels the wire, that means here it is. That is the distance between the wire and magnet will be increases. Okay. Due to this, what will happens? The magnetic flux which is induced from the wire will be decreases. There will be less magnetic field will act inside the magnet from the wire. Can I say? Avuna? Ante, whenever the wire is near to the magnet, then what will happens? More magnetic field lines from the wire will act on the magnet. Suppose if the wire is far away from the magnet, there will be less number of magnetic field lines will act on the magnet. Avuna? Is it right? Hello? Antena?
Yes, sir.
ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ మీరు చూడండి, మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా చూడండి, ఎవరైనా ఇద్దరు మనుషులు ఉన్నారు. ఓకే, ఐదర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కావచ్చు, ఫాదర్ డాటర్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఫాదర్ సన్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఎవరైనా. ఓకే, వెన్ ఎవర్ దే ఆర్ అపార్ట్ బై అ ఫైనైట్ డిస్టెన్స్, there will be an less number of field lines will act on the another. Whenever they are near to each other, then what will happen? There will be more number of field lines, or more concentration or more care will happen on the other person. Okay, that is what Lenz explained. Okay, Now, whenever it is repelled, the magnetic field lines will become decreases. Due to that, as magnetic field lines B decreases, flux will also be decreases. Flux will also be decreases. Okay. Now, since flux is decreasing, this is the magnetic field in the magnet. I'll put as Bm. Okay. I'll put as Bm. Okay. Now, now it is that there will be an induced magnetic field in the wire. Sorry, there will be an induced magnetic field in the magnet, which is opposite to the direction of the wire. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, that is here the induced magnetic field will flows from south to north. Okay. Whenever it is attracting the wire, in which magnetic field, the direction in which the magnetic field is acting in the magnet, in the same direction, the induced magnetic field will also act. But here it is, whenever it is repelling, okay, due to the repulsion, what will happen? There will be an induced magnetic field will act in the opposite direction. Whereas whenever the magnet is attracting the wire, then what will happen? The direction of magnetic field inside the magnet is equal to the direction of induced magnetic field in the magnet. Okay. Okay, fine. Suppose let us consider I am having an ring of charge. I am having a ring. Suppose it is moving, a current I is moving in a clockwise direction. Okay, that is magnetic field is acting inwards. Okay, the magnetic field is acting inwards. Suppose I am having a magnet. This is the north pole and this is the south pole. Such that the magnet is falling vertically downwards. Now, in this case, I want to find what will be the value of acceleration. Whenever it is falling downwards, what will happen? Okay, vertically downwards means I can write A equal to G, right? Okay, that means whatever the force is acting on the object, that is MA, is equal to the weight. Okay, if there are no other forces is acting on it, no internal forces, no external forces, but generally what will happen, we'll have some other forces will also act. Okay, we'll have some other forces. Okay, either it may be frictional force or spring force or tension. Okay, whatever be. So in this case, I want to find whether the acceleration of the magnet will be exactly equal to G or less than G. Okay. Now here you can see the current is moving in the clockwise direction. When current is moving in the clockwise direction, okay, what will be the direction of magnetic field? What will be the direction of magnetic field? That is inverse. Magnetic field will be inverse. Like this, we'll have inverse. Whenever it is inverse,